What's up guys, Steve here from Warrior Planet Tanks, and today we got a pretty good one. We're back at the Pantanal tank, and today I'm going to take some time out to talk about tannins and botanicals. As you can see, just gave the guys a treat, so they're busy eating. So while they're doing that, I'm going to talk about the first round of botanicals that I put into this aquarium. Now, when people think of botanicals, they usually think of something plant-based, like a tea, a perfume. Well, in the aquarium hobby, botanicals are essentially leaves, sticks, twigs, any biological plant-based matter that would end up in a naturally occurring body of water. Okay, most of the fish that we keep, believe it or not, come from water that is laden with botanicals. Creeks, rivers, streams, etc., backwaters, ponds, those types of environments. And they've evolved over time to thrive in those waters that have specific chemistries that take place due to the botanicals, that are found in them. So real quick, I just want to give an overview on how to use botanicals if you've never used them before, and what I think, in my opinion, are some of the benefits that you can get from using botanicals in an aquarium. So first off, what you see in here are a few different things. I have leaf, pods, stems, the wood, of course, which is part of the hardscape. And as you can see, these botanicals actually lend to the overall scape in a very aesthetically pleasing way. To me, that's the secondary effect of what I actually put them in there for. The main reason I put them in there was to help condition my water and make it more suitable to my fish. So with botanicals, the first thing that comes to mind is, why would you want to put leaves in your fish tank? Why would you want to make your water brown? Isn't it supposed to be clear? Not necessarily. Let's keep in mind that, like I stated before, most of these fish actually come from creeks, rivers, mud puddles, etc., and the water's not necessarily what we would like to call crystal clear. So here are some quick tips on how to prepare and use your botanicals in your aquarium. So the first thing that you're going to want to do when you receive your botanicals is you're going to want to rinse them. Plain tap water is fine, and rinsing them facilitates basically removing any kind of dust or physical impurities that may have came in the package with your botanicals, depending on where you source them from. After you've rinsed them, you're going to want to place them into a pot and cover them with water. Tap water, once again, is fine for this. And then you're going to want to boil your botanicals. You're going to boil them once, between 30 minutes to an hour, depending on what specifically it is that you're boiling, possibly longer. Some of these larger pods, in fact, they took a little longer to boil. After you boil them, you're going to let them soak. You're going to pour that water off. You're going to rinse them. And you're going to boil them again. Once you've finished your final boiling, you can go ahead and pour that water off. Give them a good rinse. I like to keep it on the safe side and put a little prime or some stress coat or something to that effect in there. Rinse them again and go ahead, and then they're ready to place into your tank. And I didn't really do anything specific to arrange these. I kind of just let them fall where they lay, figuratively speaking. And I think it added a nice look to the tank. So real quick, let's go over some of the benefits of botanicals and how they actually work. Well, the first thing that you're going to notice is it's going to turn your water a different color. And what actually is happening, what's actually taking place is a couple different compounds are being released. Tannins, of course, are being released, and another element called humans is being released into your water. Both of these have beneficial properties that help your fish, i.e. antibacterial, water conditioning, so on and so forth. Also, they provide a food source to different varieties of fish, and more specifically some of your invertebrate. The first thing that comes to mind is shrimp. A lot of shrimpers recommend and use botanicals such as leaves, the chala wood, alder combs, stuff like that in their aquariums, and it creates a biofilm. That's the first step. What's biofilm? Biofilm is that fuzzy gray looking stuff that you see on your hardscape, any organic hardscape, i.e. wood, leaves, etc. And it looks like a fur coat almost. It's perfectly normal, it's not harmful, and it will go away in time. And in fact, some animals, some critters, they eat it. Shrimplets specifically, that's one of their first foods. And I'm not going to say they almost exclusively graze on biofilm, but it does compromise, or compose I should say, a large part of their diet. Another benefit to me is it is aesthetically pleasing, and that wasn't my first goal. I wanted it to condition my water and create a natural environment for my fish. And I think I've done a pretty decent job of doing that. Everybody looks good, everybody's happy. They got nooks and crannies to go play in. And I'm digging it. So I have a few different types of pods in here. There's guava leaves, there's a few Indian almond leaves, there's tamarind pods in there. A lot of nice different things. I actually got these from Aquatics, and I'll leave a link in the description for you all at the end of the video so you can click it and check it out yourself. Hopefully this little intro to botanicals will help somebody out. This is the second round of botanicals that I've added. You do want to do it in stages, and a tip that I can give you if you've never used them before and you're afraid that you're going to mess up your water composition is just keep an eye on your fish. Watch your fish. Your fish will let you know if they like it or not. I do it in stages simply because your filter's going to pull out a certain amount. So you're going to have to repeat it. Like I said, this is the second one. My filter's already saturated from the first round. This round's sticking in a little better. And by the time I get to the third round, I will have achieved my desired tint. And then I'll leave it at that. So hopefully this helps somebody out. I do want to give a special thanks once again to Aquatics, and as promised I will leave a link in the description box. Thank you guys for watching. Check me out on my live stream where I go over things in a more in-depth way. It's really fun. We hang out, super informal, Q&A. You guys pick the topics, and then we just do what we love. We talk about fish. Thank you guys for watching. This is Steve from Warrior Planet Tanks. I hope you guys have a great week. I'm out.